The Tennessee Titans rookie weapons put on a show against the Atlanta Falcons and flashed the big-time potential that has us all excited. I'm going to show you what they did on tape on today's film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans. Titans fans, welcome in to another film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans, your home for Tennessee Titans X's and O's. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, 25 years as a Tennessee Titans fanatic. I've covered the team for Sports Illustrated, USA Today, and I'm a certified film junkie that's hosted the #1 Tennessee Titans podcast, Locked on Titans, for 7 seasons now. On today's film breakdown, we're going to look at the performance of the Tennessee Titans rookie weapons against the Atlanta Falcons in week 2 of the preseason. Whether it be Elic Ayomanor at wide receiver making an explosive play, whether it be Gunnar Helm at tight end making an incredible catch for a big-time touchdown. Chim Dike's speed was on display, and we even got a little bit of Xavier Restrepo as well. I'm going to go snap by snap, talk about what I saw from all of the rookie weapons and what they contributed. Before we dive into today's film breakdown, do want to thank you for checking out Tic Tac Titans. Again, I'm going to have year-round free Tennessee Titans film content here on the channel. Make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed, throw a Titan up down in the chat, and throw a thumbs up on the video. With all that being said, as we always do, let's step into the film room. First throw of the game for the Tennessee Titans, and of course we are going to have the 2 young wide receivers, Chim Dike and Elic Ayomanor, down at the bottom of the screen. You're going to have Dike right here, and he's going to come up and run a sit-down route to try to occupy these 2 defenders, and then you're going to have Elic Ayomanor on a crossing route across the middle of the field, ultimately getting the pass from Cam Ward. But just look how smooth Elic Ayomanor runs. I mean, just look how smooth. For a guy his size, coming off the line of scrimmage, just watch him move through here with great speed right past the linebacker. Right past him, looks for the ball, hands catch, turn up field. I mean, look at him move. Look at him move right there. It's really, really impressive stuff for a guy his size to move the way that he does. And we see it in his routes and after the catch, which is exciting. This is the ball that Cam eventually throws out of bounds to Van Jefferson. But what I like here is the adjustment that Chim Dike made. You have Dike right here, and what he's going to run is kind of a deep in route right here. You're going to have Ayomanor come in, come in motion and come over here and kind of just sell to the outside his route. It's kind of a dead route here for the concept because you have Van Jefferson on the deep post right here. But I like the way that Dike runs his route. Gonna see the motion. DK's still up top. Watch him run his route here and stem inside. Boom. That's a good route. He's got good separation right there. Okay? That's a good route from Chim Dike. But what I really like on this play is how he adjusts once he sees the Cam Ward. Watch him. Whoop. And then start coming back to Cam. Do you see that? Cam ultimately goes down the field. I think if Cam could do this over, he'd probably just throw it to Chim right there, but it's a preseason game. Why not see what we can do? But I like how his first route is good, separation created, and then once he sees it's a scramble drill, he's able to quickly adjust, change direction, leave his defender, and work back towards the quarterback. This is a good job by Chim Dike. 2 good routes by Chim Dike here, even if he doesn't get the ball. So this is the Van Jefferson drop, and we've talked about this quite a bit throughout the week. You have the double vertical on this side, and I know Kurt Warner actually, talked about the technique on these routes and everything. You should check out his video on the Titans offense. I found it very interesting. But this is the play, and Van Jefferson drops the football. But what I want to focus on is Chim Dike right here in the slot. I just thought he ran with good pace and tempo to his route, and he ultimately draws 2 of the Falcons' quarter safety. So the Falcons are in quarters coverage, which means each of the defensive backs are responsible for a quarter. Now, I think this is a match concept within the Falcons cover 4 man, basically on the back side of it, since this is the weak side of the formation with 3 guys here. But either way, Chim Dike's route is a deep post right here, and his speed does pull 2 Falcons defenders. There may be a better way to do it, but I'm worried about his speed and how real it is out on the field. And watch how he tempos his route till he gets past the second level and then hits the afterburners. Tempo, 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 boom, gone. pulls two of them, and ultimately a drop by Van Jefferson. But I just like the route, and this is the type of stuff that we're going to see Chim Dike do during the season. They don't have a lot of speed on the team, so they're going to need Dike's vertical speed to threaten the defense deep. This is a screenplay to Ayo, and he's going to come into orbit motion, half orbit, back out, and they're just going to swing it out to him here. What I want to point out is, good job by Ayo to avoid the first guy, but this is Chim Dike blocking right here, and need a better effort than this, because if he makes this block and Ayo doesn't have to worry about him and doesn't get pushed to the sideline, this could be a much bigger play. But I like the idea and the concept of getting the ball out into Ayo's hands, a bigger, speedier guy, and seeing what he can do on the perimeter. He does make this guy miss, who Chim missed on the block, but ultimately I like the concept for Ayo, and I want to see more of that. Good. Need to see a better blocking attempt from Chim Dike out there. This is the all hooks play that we saw to Chigakonkwo in week 1 of the preseason. It's a very standard 3rd and long play in the NFL. You just have 3 guys go to the chains. I think DK here is ultimately the guy that comes in. 2 outside guys go to the chains and sit down, and then you have 2 flat routes with it. We talked about this in the Cam Ward film breakdown. Go check that out if you didn't see it. But the point is, we have DK, who is going to come here and sit down in the middle. And honestly, I don't know exactly who's at fault. It's kind of impossible to know because I'm not in the locker room and I don't know the exact thing that's being taught by Brian Callahan. But you can tell, and we went over this in the Cam film, he sits right down and like curls right around the linebacker. And Cam is throwing this out here, expecting him to continue forward. I think Cam is right. I think if Chim keeps going this way and catches this pass, he's not only getting a first down, but he might be able to run with it. Who knows after that? But clearly not on the same page. Who to blame on that? I don't know. Again, to me, it looks like Cam Ward is right. Do you want to throw this here, right next to this linebacker, or do you want to throw it here, giving him more room? Seems pretty clear you would rather throw it right here, to me. So I think this is a young wide receiver who didn't run a ton of different routes at Florida, getting used to route running and getting used to seeing the defense and reacting to it. I think this is a mistake, and I think Cam Ward is right on that one. So need better routes from Chim Dike early in his career. All right, 3rd drive here for the Titans. You're going to have Ayomanor come in motion into the slot, little twin set on this side, and he's going to run a deep out route here with a vertical route right here, and they're going to do it off of play action. Cam Ward under center. Like seeing him do this kind of stuff. Didn't do a ton of it at college. So under center, play action fake. Looks really clean, looks comfortable. Ayo's going to break out right here. The Falcons defender is going to be there to take it. The ball is a little high from Cam Ward. I would have liked him to give Ayo a chance to make a play on this ball. But overall, my big takeaway here is Ayomanor just looks fluid running his routes, man. For a guy that big, again, it's very special. Look how he gets skinny right around the second level guy. Look, skinny around you so that I'm not too wide too early. Now I'm breaking out with speed. Good cut. Good play by the Falcons defender. They're right there. Good coverage to pass it off like that. That's good defense, quite honestly. And the throw is too high. But like the route that I'm seeing from Ayo, and that's what you like to see. So this play is the completion to Bryce Oliver, but I have to show this because look at all the rookies in synchronization. This is Gunnar Helm right here, who we'll talk about in a minute. This is Chim Dike right here. This is Elic Ayomanor right here. They're going to run simple in, and then corner out. But watch the synchronization of not only how they accept the audible from Cam Ward, but then how they run their routes. It's like perfect. Check with them right before the snap. Audible. Watch them all at the same time. Perfect. Now watch the routes. Bang. Both the inside right at the same time. Both of them. It's so beautiful. It's like synchronized swimming. 1, 2. Bang. Both of them ran it exactly right. It was so perfectly timed up. And good completion to Bryce Oliver on the other side of the field. That's a good job by Cam Ward faking out the defense there before the snap. But I just loved how synchronized all the rookies were there in their routes. And hopefully they can continue doing that for years to come. This is the slot fade to Ayo that ultimately ended Cam Ward's night on third down. You're going to see just a really typical concept you see in the NFL with the trips here, with an out route going this way. Just going to see a sit-down route right here, and then a slot fade from the slot guy. And this is a great man beater because you get a one-on-one matchup, and you can get a one-on-one matchup maybe with one of their slot corners. In this case, you get a 6'2", 210-pound Elic Ayomanor on a slot guy. Get him isolated one-on-one, maybe get yourself an explosive play. We saw Calvin Ridley have some really good production on this play because you could just get a good isolation with this route concept. And I think Cam Ward even threw a pretty good pass, and I thought Ayo and DK both ran good routes on this one. We see Ayo with the slot fade. I mean, look at that. His shoulders are ahead. He beats him off the line of scrimmage. I think it was a really, really good rep off the line of scrimmage for Ayo. Watch him win. Right around him. Boom. And if he didn't have his arm is literally being held down right now so that he can't put his hands up to catch the ball. It's literally being held down right now. That is a penalty. Right there. Boom. Hello. What are we doing? But either way, can't get the catch because of the penalty. It's ridiculous. What's going on? But, again, really good route. We go back and we look at Chim Dike on the inside slot here. He just runs a quick out route, and I thought he had separation, and maybe you could argue Cam could go there and guarantee a completion, but I like taking a chance. Look at DK. Boom. He's got some space right there. I mean, he's got probably a yard or two of separation. Cam definitely could have fit that in there, and maybe situationally you would do that going forward, but I like taking the shot. Ayo won, and that would have been a penalty in a normal game, in my opinion, with a more conditioned, better set of refs, and then the Titans have an explosive play on penalty, which is perfectly fine. So I thought we got two good routes there in the last snap of Cam Ward from Chim Dike, who created separation, and from Elic Ayomanor, who also ran a good route. And I think, although the play wasn't a success per se, good stuff from the rookie wide receivers. All right, this play is really exciting from Elic Ayomanor. You get a play action concept that turns into absolutely nothing with Brandon Allen's first snap. Going to be play action right here. But what we're going to have is we're going to have Ayo right here, condensed formation, next to the tight end. And he is going to run kind of a post corner route. And the separation that he gets and the move that he puts on the corner is just awesome. Just great stuff. Bends him inside. Boom, I'm outside. Look at that separation right there. Look at that. He's got him falling down. He's wide open. Now, Brandon Allen got smoked in the backfield by some pressure from the Falcons. Like, the play never had a chance. But from an individual rep perspective, how did Elic Ayomanor run his rep? I cannot get that right, I'm telling you. Doesn't matter how long he's going to be on the team. That's why I just say Ayo. But the nice little post corner there with great separation, that's what you want to see from your young wide receiver. Boom. Out of the break, wide open. So this one is actually a catch for Elic Ayomanor, and we're going to see an awesome two-man concept at the bottom of the screen between him and Chim Dike. So you have Ayo right here as the outside receiver, Dike as your slot right here, and Dike is going to run the deep out route, and then Elic is going to run a quick in route right here. Just a levels concept right here. Inside, outside. You got a deep one here. You got an inside one here. Both guys run great routes. Let's watch Ayo down at the bottom of the screen first. He's going to get the catch right here. Comes out. Sits down quick. And look how he bends it back inside a little bit. He doesn't go 90 degree. He comes here and he bends back inside a little bit to come back to his quarterback who's already loading up to fire it to him. Good sit down. Making himself open too. Giving his quarterback a good target. Look at that. Boom. Great target. Hands catch. Catch the ball. Get upfield. Yards after catch. Like this makes me excited. This makes me excited. Got my dog out here playing with his toy in the background. He's excited as well. But look at DK's route. DK runs a good route as well. Watch him get deep separation back here. This is a quick hitter. I like taking Ayo on this one. Just take the profit and let's roll. But look at DK. Boom, snap it off. Look at that. I mean, look at that separation on the snap. Boom, snap it off. Really like that from both these guys on this play. Gunnar Helm, welcome to the party. We're finally going to get Gunnar Helm involved in this conversation, but all three rookies had a pretty good rep on this one. But we're going to find Gunnar Helm right here at the tight end position towards the bottom of the screen. He's going to come down here, fake the out route, and then sit down. And then behind him, you have Elic Ayomanor, who's just going to be on a deep inside route. Now, you have Chim Dike over here in the slot at the top of the screen, and I like his verticality here as he threatens this safety, which, again, the speed that Dike is going to present, very, very important. But this play right here, all three of the rookies show a little bit of something. Look at Gunnar Helm sit down right there. Let's go back. Just watch him get out. Am I breaking out? No, I'm going to sit right down. You have Ayo right here, controlling both these guys. Again, Dike threatening the backside safety with speed. Like seeing that. But a good sit down from Gunnar Helm. He should absolutely eat on stuff like this year. Gets upfield, stiff arm, get a bunch of yards, get you a first down. I mean, if you aren't excited about Gunnar Helm, I don't know what else to tell you. So what's funny is this is literally the exact same play. We have the vertical route from Dike right here. We have the deep in from the outside, and then we have Gunnar Helm doing the same thing, coming out and running the option route. He can break out, he can break in, or he can just sit right down. He sits right down and gets the catch, but I do want you to focus a little extra on Chim Dike on the backside and look at his speed as he just burns the safety, quite honestly. Slot can't stay with him. Not safety, the slot is with him. Look at this. Speed. Dusted, roasted, toasted. Now this goes to Gunnar Helm, and he makes a great physical catch, which, hey, it's Gunnar Helm. That's what he does. But I want to take a look at this catch again, just because if you're watching my film breakdowns regularly, the things that we talk about, let me move my big fat head out of the way here. But look how Gunnar Helm keeps his body in between the ball and the defender. Remember I talked about Van Jefferson against Tampa Bay on that first throw, and we talk about, Chim Dike and the positioning of it. Gunnar Helm really understands you got to keep your body in between the defender and the ball. Because now what Gunnar Helm does is he uses his big 6'5", 250-pound frame to basically box out the defender. And even if you're on me and I'm not open, I'm open because I can use my body to win. And Gunnar Helm's going to do that in a big way here in a second. Again, we basically have the same exact play. And when people say that preseason is vanilla, this is what they mean. The Titans are literally just running the same play over and over and over again. So again, outside you have James Prochet right here, deep in route. Guess what? On the backside slot with Chim Dike, vertical route. Guess what we're going to have Gunnar Helm doing? The option route. And this time he is going to break outside, but he sells it really, really well. He's been playing chess with this defensive back over and over and over again. He came out here and just sat down on the first two. Now he's going to fake the sit down, chop his feet, and then break outside and get the catch. But this is the type of route running you're getting from a guy like Gunnar Helm, who's 6'5". Look at him. Boom. Sells it. Setting you up. Boom. Setting you up. Boom. I'm out. Easy catch, easy completion, get upfield. That's like 3 completions now to Gunnar Helm on quick, easy passes where it's just free 5 to 8 yards. Just free. Easy money. And if that wasn't enough, now we have arrived to the play of the night, and it's Gunnar Helm's huge contested touchdown. And I've been talking about Gunnar Helm and doing these film breakdowns for quite some time since he was drafted, talking about this ability. It is a special, special ability that Gunnar Helm has to win contested catch situations. Like, he's just absolutely fantastic. So here's what we have. Atlanta Falcons are in a cover 6. You got deep half right here. You got quarter here. You got quarter here. And your outside cornerback is in a flat. Now, the guy over Gunnar Helm right here is this hook defender. But I would imagine in Atlanta's cover 6, they have rules where if the tight end goes vertically, this guy runs with him. So that's what happens. Gunnar Helm goes on the seam route down the field, and this Falcons defender stays with him. But then this deep half safety figures out what's happening, and he goes with him too. And Gunnar Helm isn't open. There's two guys on his back, but it don't matter for Gunnar Helm. He's got great hands and an incredible knack to go up and get it. Wow. Wow. Again, easy seam route. Eyes back to the quarterback. This guy rolls with him. This guy's right here. I don't know why Brandon Allen threw this one in. I guess he believes in Gunnar Helm, and if you're throwing a Gunnar Helm all day in practice, look, back shoulder fade. So Helm is rotating his body this way to adjust to the football, which we've seen him do all over his college tape. High in the air and hands catcher. This is a guy who high points footballs. He doesn't need to catch with his body. And at 6'5", 250 pounds, with long arms and big hands, Gunnar Helm is going to win those situations more often than not. He's really got a special ability to do it. Great angle here as well. Unbelievable, man. Just an unbelievable catch. Wow. And a touchdown. Tight end one, baby. Don't worry, folks. I got some Xavier Restrepo for you as well. The Tennessee Titans undrafted free agent finally got some opportunities to catch the football in this game, and we see exactly what his skill set is on display in this play. He's right here in the top side slot. Comes out, little juke move, hits a quick out route, easy completion for the quarterback, easy yards. This is what Xavier Restrepo has to be good at the NFL level. Nice and easy, open. Sell it, out. Good hands, easy catch. We move. Xavier Restrepo's best play of the preseason right here. We see, I think it's another variation of cover 4 from the Falcons, like we saw earlier, where we have quarters here, quarters here, quarters here. And this is technically a quarters corner, but in this coverage, they're doing backside man. If there's 3 to the strong side, weak side is just backside man. You're going to have a curl flat guy here, curl flat guy here, and then a middle hook guy right here. And Xavier Restrepo is going to run a drag route. And what he does is he sits down perfectly right here away from this defender, makes himself an easy target for the quarterback, easy throw. There you go. Look at him, sits down. If he goes too far this way, if he goes too far out this way, then this guy can get to him. But look how he gets right past this guy and sits right down. Smart, understanding where to be, what to do. Sit right down, come back to the quarterback. Did you see that little jump forward there on the catch? Got the ball. Now I can turn up field and whoop. I'm telling you, it's if they cut him to keep a James Prochet, a Van Jefferson, a Bryce Oliver, 2 years from now, we're going to be like, man, that was dumb. Whoop. Up the field. Big play. First down. X. You get a better view of it right here, too. Just watch him sit down and understand where he's at. Knows he's right past the linebacker. Sees 51. Now I'm sitting down. Easy target. Up to the ball. Woo! Make a miss, X. Restrepo doesn't get the ball right here, but you can see him lined up, and he's just got a quick option route on the defender, outside, sit down, but he breaks inside, and this is a great example of the type of routes and the type of skill set that Xavier Restrepo is going to bring to the table. Look at him, set him up and break inside, and he just whoops him. He's wide open, and Trevor Siemian goes elsewhere, but this is a easy completion. Look at that. He's right there. He's got 2 yards of separation. He may not be the fastest guy in the world, but he knows how to run routes and set people up. He's got guile. He's cunning. And, again, I think it would be a mistake for the Titans. I know that Bryce Oliver is a better special teams player. I know that James Prochet is a better returner. I understand those things, but, man, wide receiver is more important than those things. You can find somebody else to do those things. I just think it would be a mistake if the Titans let Xavier Restrepo go. Titans fans, I hope you guys enjoyed that film breakdown on the Tennessee Titans rookie weapons. Again, we looked at Elic Ayomanor, Gunnar Helm, Chim Dike, Xavier Restrepo. Hopefully, these guys continue to get opportunities, and hopefully they become big-time contributors for the Tennessee Titans, not only in the future, but this season as well. With all that being said, that is going to do it for today's film breakdown. Remember, year-round free Tennessee Titans film content here on the channel. I'm hoping to get to a linebacker film breakdown later in the week, probably on Friday, with Cedric Gray and James Williams. Might just focus on Cedric Gray with him being a late riser here in the process. But if you like film content, you want to be the smartest Tennessee Titans fan that you can possibly be, again, make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed, throw a Titan up in the chat, throw a thumbs up on the video. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, and as I tell you guys every single episode, tighten up.